This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column.
What up, baby?
Biz for life, we throw the phone.
It's
singing this just a
Victory Monday. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. What is going on? I'm your host, Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Want to say good morning to my Finlaws and my family. Family. Got to say it just like Vin Diesel. Family. Good morning, everybody. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. How y'all doing? What's good? Super excited. It's Victory Monday. Man, it's Thanksgiving week. It's a good day. Today's a good day. That's all I know. It's a great day. You can follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on Twitter or X, whatever it is you kids call it nowadays, at MIA Sports Music. On your way in today, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. What are you waiting for? If you have not already subscribed, I can't help you with your life. Okay. You need help. You need help if you haven't done so already. Okay. We are at 1,125 subscribers. 1,125 subscribers. We're going to get to 12K before the end of this year. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Before the end of this football season, we might even be at 13K. So just keep on sharing the link, letting people know that we're here. Telling your family members about us this week is going to be crucial. Okay. It's going to be very crucial. Make sure y'all do that. Hey, look, if you want to sign up to become a member today, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. If you need to do that, go ahead and sign up today to become a member of the family. Okay? Make sure y'all do that. The link is in the description below, and if you see membership, you'll see it there. Let me say hello to the people that are already members in the chat this morning. Marino's Goat, by the way, was the first person in the chat, period. So shout out to Marino's Goat. But Trucker Sean is in the building. Manalo's in the building. Corey Walker, Adam Sadowski, Finn Sasson. What's up, Finn Sasson? Rick Spar. I appreciate it, Finn Sasson. Good morning to you. All those are members of the channel. And if you want to become a member too, just like them, sign up today. I'd love to get 3 new members to the channel. Can we get 3 new members to the channel? If you used to be a member, you need to sign back up. There's 3 different tiers of Dolphins with attitude. We'd love to see you sign up and become a member today. If you want to upgrade your membership, whatever it is, it helps the channel grow and it lets people know that we are loved here at Miami Sports Music, and we want to keep the content rolling in as it comes in. And we hope that you do. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Hey, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, there's a few different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, and you can help the channel grow by donating. Rick Spar says, quit freeloading, become a member today. I like that, Rick Spar. Quit freeloading, become a member today. Help the channel grow. I like it. I like that one, man. Zach Turk, my man, Zach Turk says, good morning, Stephen. I'll be at my first Fins game on Friday. You're going to have a great time over at, the MetLife Takeover. It's going to be dope. Again, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, a couple different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat. Or you can use Cash App or PayPal, which is $MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code that you see on your screen, or MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code that you see on your screen. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of the show, Tailgreeter. Download the app today on your current Crapple or Android devices, whatever it is that you got. Just make sure you download the app or go to Tailgreeter at tailgreeter.com And make sure you guys type in East 32 Dolphins Tailgate for going down to Miami this year. And you're going to see a game down at the Rock. Or if you're going to come to Washington, D.C. for the FedEx Takeover, which we hope that you do because it's going to be a lot. I don't think y'all understand how much fun it's going to be. As a matter of fact, I got some new info on the FedEx Takeover that I want to bring up to speed with y'all. Number one, we got a great, awesome tailgate setup for the FedEx Takeover. We are the tailgate's located in the bus RV limo lot of FedEx Field. If you want to get your tailgate tickets, we're going to have all-inclusive eat and drink, tailgate games, full-service bar, a live DJ, a cigar lounge, and much more. Okay, the tailgate starts at 9:30, and food is going to be served at 10. Okay, now we might get, if you ride the bus, and by the way, we do have more bus passes available. It's a round trip from the hotel to the tailgate, back to the hotel after the game. The pickup and drop-off location is the Hampton Inn and DC / White House, which, by the way, we're sold out of the group rate, but there's still availability left at the Hampton Inn by Hilton. But if you want to come with us, we're taking you right to the tailgate, and it's gonna be awesome, man. So gotta buy a bus pass. Go to tailgreeter.com, buy your bus pass, and get your tickets now. Limited space left. It's gonna be awesome, man. And then last but certainly not least, just the location of the tailgate. So FedEx Field is right there at the bottom left. And then at the top right, you see the top left, you'll see the X where the bus RV lot is. That is our tailgate location. Okay. That X is where the tailgate's going to be. Just a little parking notes. D&E green lots are closest to our tailgate. We don't have any parking passes. If you're not going to ride on the bus with us and you need to and you're going to drive there yourself, D&E green lots are the closest to the tailgate. We have no parking passes. You must purchase elsewhere, but round trip bus passes are still available through Tailgreeter. So make sure you do that today. We'd love to see you come out. It's going to be an amazing time. You don't want to miss it. The FedEx Takeover. And then that Saturday night, we're doing an awesome meet and greet from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Admiral, which is the Miami Dolphins bar in Washington, D.C., home of the Miami Dolphins DC fan club. So make sure you guys do that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll have more information on the meet and greet too. We're going to have raffles, giveaways. It's going to be awesome. All right. Enough about that. It is Victory Monday. Man, Victory Monday. Let me tell you what a day it was for the Miami Dolphins. I know that for me, I'm super excited about what went down for the Dolphins, just to kind of give you my 2 cents worth on the game. And then I'm going to bring you all on one at a time and let you all give your take on Victory Monday and how you all feel. But look, watching the game on Sunday, I had a multitude of emotions. I was able to obviously digest those emotions after the game and kind of sit with them and see how I ultimately feel. So let me kind of walk you through the process of the entire day of just how I felt all the way to how I feel today. All right. And they're all different emotions and feelings. Walking into this game, I was very confident that the Miami Dolphins were going to take care of business. Okay. I thought that the Miami Dolphins were going to, it's Hard Rock. They hadn't scored less than that. Like, they were averaging 34 points a game at home. Kevin Harlan was on call to do the game. I was in the hype and I believed in all the hype. And by the way, to the game aspect, you look at the stats, that's what should have happened. The stats were there for it. They just didn't convert on the third downs when they needed to. But I'll get more into that here in a second. So for me, I think that the Dolphins in that game yesterday were sloppy in certain aspects of it. Third down, fourth down, they were 3 for 11 on third down and 0 for 1 on fourth. They just couldn't quite get it all into sync at the same time. And that was frustrating to watch as a fan because you knew that this team is capable of so much more. You knew that this team is 100% capable of putting up 30 plus on the board. Yet they scored no points. They scored no touchdowns in the second half. And it was very, very frustrating to watch that. I know it was for me personally. And I wanted to see more from them. And so that's two straight, there's multiple games this year where they just haven't put all four quarters together. And for me, that's been frustrating because if the defensive side of the ball is great, then the offensive side of the ball has struggled. When the offensive side of the ball is great, the defense has struggled a little bit. So I've yet to see a complementary game from both sides of the football. That's one. Number two, I have yet to see a game where the Dolphins just, they have the ability to turn on the Jets, no pun intended. They have the ability to turn on those points whenever they need to. And I think part of that is the play calling from Mike McDaniel, which is also very frustrating in the scheme of things because we have a top 5 offense because of Mike McDaniel. So how can I get mad at Mike McDaniel when he's the reason we're in the position that we're in anyway? It's such a double-edged sword. It's so weird to be frustrated with somebody at the same time of saying, man, I love this guy because he is the reason where we're at today. And, that for me has always been something that I believe has been very important to how the success of the Dolphins on the offensive side of the ball looks and the defensive side of the ball. By the way, the defensive side of the ball for the last few weeks have been absolutely amazing. And that includes this game against the Raiders. The defensive side of they are slowly becoming one of the best defenses in the NFL. If not, they are already. They're slowly becoming it. This secondary is unreal. Jalen Ramsey, hands down, is the best corner in all of football. And it's not even close. It's not even close. Jalen Ramsey is goated, and he should be. And as far as I'm concerned, we won the game yesterday because of his 2 turnovers. Now here's the other funny part to kind of go back to the offense a little bit. The Miami Dolphins had 422 yards of total offense. They had over 300 passing yards and 99 rushing yards, and were averaging 6.2 yards per play. They had 21 first downs. And they held the ball. They held the ball on the possession more of the game. If I told you those stats, you would have thought, well, we blew them out. There's no way that the game was as close as it was. Yet it was. And part of the reason is 2 fumbles, right? Obviously, Tua threw an interception. And when you have 3 turnovers, including a turnover on downs, so that's technically 4, you're going to give your opponent an opportunity to stay in the game and win. Because clearly we were that much better. If you go look at the stat sheet, they weren't a great football team. They were not. Now, their defense, for some reason, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think it was their defense that was stopping us. I feel like it was us. I feel like we are the only thing that can get in the way of us winning the Super Bowl. It's not a team. The talent we have is there. And it showed up a little bit yesterday at certain points. But it wasn't there when we needed it to be on 3rd down. And part of that is the play calling on Mike McDaniel, right? And part of that is the execution that Tua had. Because there was a couple of good play calls. The interception that Tua threw was a horrible interception. He just overthrew the guy, and the defender was there. No reason for it. If he had to threw the ball the way it needed to on the money, that's 6. That's 6 points maybe. He was on, like, it just, like, for me, it's little things. And if you can clean up the little things, which, by the way, you have a whole half of the season to do, and they will. I believe that they will. I hope that they will. I got my hopium. I don't see the only way this football team loses is if they beat themselves. The one thing you cannot say about here's the thing I'm going to say to y'all today. By the way, yes, I did guarantee 50. I didn't guarantee 50 points. I said I think we're definitely putting up 40. And that's what I said. I said I have a feeling we could do 50, but I guaranteed 40, and we should have done it. We should have. We only did half of that, and they got in their own way. Let me say this too. If you come on the panel, if you come on to the show today and you say, "Hey, Steven, I'm really disappointed in the team and how they executed," my feedback to you is going to be, well, we had 422 yards of total offense. Name a team in the NFL that had 422 yards of total offense, and you were still disappointed in how that team played that day. Very rare that happens. And by the way, the defense only gave up 1 offensive touchdown. Let me say that again. The defense only gave up 1 offensive touchdown. They didn't allow no scoring in the second half. Your offense put up 422 yards of total offense. You had a wide receiver who had almost $150. Your quarterback essentially had a good day, minus the interception and the fumble. His stats were there. 28 of 39, 325 yards and 2 touchdowns. Would have liked to seen a third. He should have had a third. He had 1 more touchdown. He had an amazing day. He's still at the 4:30 game. I'm watching the game. It's one of the last games of the day because there was only 3 of them yesterday in the 4 o'clock window. They threw up people who had good stats in the game, or like who had good career days or good days. They weren't career days. It was like highlights of the day. Why was Tua up there? Because around the NFL, they are not as critical of him as we are within our own fan base because we know what we are capable of. The rest of if you didn't watch the 4 quarters of the Dolphins game, you're going to look at that score and say, wow, that was a little bit closer than it should be. Then you're going to go to the stat sheet and say, man, Tua had a good day. 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception. Let's go. Like, he had a good day. People around the NFL thought he had a good day. We know that he didn't because we watched the game and we know what Tua was capable of. And that's the other thing about today when you come onto the panel. If I see you with Tua slander talking about Tua's not the guy, or if you come up here and say, well, this team is exactly what they've been for 20 years, that's a lie because you were disappointed in yesterday's victory. And if you weren't disappointed in yesterday's victory, then at the end of the day, what you're going to see as my son comes. The refrigerator's here. Okay, buddy, I'm on the show. Okay, I got you, bud. Tell your mom. Okay, close my door. Thank you. Close my door all the way. we got a refrigerator, so they're here delivering it. Anyways, yes, Tua had a disappointing day to Miami Dolphins fans because they knew at the end of the day. And we know at the end of the day what he's capable of. But people outside of the fan base, looking at the numbers yesterday, they were fine. There's no issue with them. That's how they operate. That's how they work. The Dolphins, at the end of the day, from an outside perspective, yes, the score was close, but you go look to the average fan who doesn't watch Dolphins games and they look at the stat sheet, they're going to say, well, They had 3 turnovers, but they don't do that often, so they're fine. They're fine. The Dolphins are going to be okay, ladies and gentlemen. The Dolphins have a whole half a season to fix what they need to fix. And they're going to. And it's going to be beautiful. So I'm excited about it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drop the link for you guys. All right. And make sure you're good with everything. All right. Let me tag this link in here to make sure that you guys have it. Or pin the link to the top of the page. And there you go. You're good to go. All right. I'm gonna wait till a couple of you get up here. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 1 minute just to make sure that everything's good because my son didn't close the door. I need to make sure that the refrigerator guy can at least get in. So give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. If you see the link in the chat, get in here into the back room and I'm going to bring you all on one at a time here in a second. This is the ups and downs of running a show on your own sometimes. This is what it is. I'm back. Okay, so this is sorry about that, guys. Ladies. Oh, okay. So you got the link. I only see one of you in the back. I'm going to bring on the first person. Greg, good morning, Greg. What's up, buddy?
Steven, can you hear me? Because now I got bad Wi-Fi now.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
That's so good. You have a life, Steven. I do too.
I have to get that. This has been a pain. But I'm good. I'm good.
I'm very disappointed this morning. You want to know why? I wanted to wake up to hear that Jake Bailey and Jason Sanders were cut from this team. These guys suck. I was hoping to wake up to hear Pat McAfee or some other punter or Adam Vinatieri or some other kicker on this team. They both suck. Every time Jason Sanders comes out for a 50-yarder, I'm like, well, here's a missed field goal. And what do you know? He missed a 50-yarder. He made a 51er, though.
You know, it's interesting. I said when he hit the 51er, I said he did just enough to make sure that he didn't get cut. And Bailey, that last punt that he had, or one of the last punts that he had, was a ridiculous punt. It was the best punt he had all year. It was after one of the worst punts he's had all year, and he's done some of those bad punts before. Yes, I think that Jake Bailey, and to a certain extent, Jason Sanders is an Achilles heel for this team. Okay, they are 100%. I'm not denying that. But I will also say, Greg, that what else are they gonna do? There's not much else out there to go after, right? Like you got to. For all intents and purposes, we're living and dying with them. Like that's going to be the case. Now, I will tell you, we get a 50-plus yard field goal for a game winner. I have no confidence that Jason can make it right now. I'll be honest with you. Now, if it's 49 yards or before, actually, if it's between the 40s, I'm confident that he can make it. If it's 39 or below or 50 or more, I'm not confident that he can make it. But in the 40s, all day, the dude is money from the 40s.
Exactly. And I got to get out of here because I got to get to class. I got to make one real quick point. Tua Tagovailoa, get rid of the do-rag. Get rid of it. What was that yesterday? Guy looked like an MVP without it, brings the do-rag, and looks like rookie Tua out there. And this might be my Dolphin PS kicking in here, Steven. With the do-rag, with the do-rag, the December collapse is on the horizon with do-rag Tua. It's on the horizon. We might, if he shows up with a do-rag, we might lose to Milf Wilson on Friday.
I love you, Greg. Have a good day, Greg.
All right, I'll come back later to talk about the defense, but I got to get.
If you come back, I'll bring you back on, buddy. Go to your class. Go learn. I understand the frustration with Tua yesterday from the fan base. Tua, what we know, and here's the thing: if you're disappointed in Tua yesterday, then you know that he is better than this. If you're okay with the 325 plus yards and 2 touchdowns and you're not that disappointed, then you're like, you don't watch the Dolphins on a day in, day out basis. But if you're upset with Tua's performance yesterday, it's because you expect more from him. And by the way, at the in the first post-game interview off the field with the person from CBS, he goes, the reason we won today's game was the defense. It had nothing to do with us. The defense put us in a position to win, and they're the reason we got the dub. I need to do better. If I do better, this team does better. That's all I heard all I heard was accountability in the Tua is everything you want in a quarterback. I don't understand why you guys hate on him as much as you do. Did he have an off game yesterday? Of course he did. But let's be honest, and let's call a spade a spade. The man, when he's on, he is on. He's on. He is. Let me bring on the next caller, EM Baller. Good morning, EM Baller. What's up?
Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good, man. How are you? Welcome to Victory Monday.
I'm excited for Victory Monday because, a win is a win, baby. Like Al Davis, just win, baby.
I agree with that. Just win, baby, win. Yeah, I expect that, the certain fans within the fan base. Here's another thing. I've said this for years too. If you listen to my show, good teams find a way to win. And in past years, we would have lost that game. We would have found a way to lose that game. And somebody on the team stepped up when they needed to step up. And to me, that's one of the best parts about yesterday. Granted, it was the defense, but they were still there, Ian Baller, and a good team found a way to win a football game. And that's, to me, that you got to take that away from yesterday.
And you got to give Vic Fangio a lot of credit. Like his scheme is difficult to learn. Guy like Ramsey already knows it. Guys are starting to learn it, and our defense is starting to step up. And give Chris Greer a lot of credit for getting Jalen Ramsey for literally nothing.
Jalen Ramsey was had for a bag of chips and a bag of balls. I mean, seriously, he was. And
some stale chips, because I think Hunter Long is stale chips.
Facts. Straight facts. He's the best corner in all of football. And he makes a 100% difference on the field. He allows the rest of your players to not have it all put on them. I think he's been thrown the ball to in the 3 games 11 times. And out of those 11, he's had 3 interceptions and 5 knockdowns.
And you saw early that they were afraid to throw his way as well. And when they did, yeah.
Definition of lights out. He's the definition of lights out, EM.
Yeah, he's the best corner in football. I mean, Jets fans saying Sauce Gardner, way better. Nah. Jalen Ramsey's the best corner.
He's the best.
And we're gonna beat on those Jets. Doesn't matter if they have Milk Wilson or Tim Boyle. Like, we're gonna smoke the Jets.
It's funny. The first month of the season, the fan base on Victory Monday or Therapy Monday, and a couple of them that we've had, have been we're very critical of the defense, especially the first 6 games. And what we've seen over the last 3 or 4 games has been a total 180-degree turn, right? And a turnaround. And it's been beautiful to watch. Beautiful. I think the reason we win a Super Bowl or have an opportunity to win the Super Bowl this year isn't just because of the offense. It's because of how stout this defense has played. And a couple of people to shout out. Jalen Phillips has come out of – that man has been resurrected in the last 3 or 4 games. He is one of the best players in all of football on the defensive side. His game yesterday was outstanding.
And hey, Steven, I got a question. Didn't someone on your show once say that we need to bench Jalen Phillips?
I'm sure somebody did. It wasn't me.
I know who it was. I'm just not going to mention names, but yeah.
I mean, feel free to call him out. It's Victory Monday.
Pete said that we should bench Jalen Phillips and only play Andrew Van Ginkel.
Andrew Van Ginkel too. Now I will.
Andrew Van Ginkel is great, but we got a great defensive line rotation. It's called a rotation for a reason. All of them will make big plays. One guy gets a little tired, we got another stud to put in. So great defense, great job by Vic Fangio, and we just need to clean up the offensive turnovers.
EM Baller, here's another thing. Yesterday in the post-game press conference, Jalen Ramsey got out and said, in front of it, and said, "Hey, look, my knee's still not 100%, and not from a standpoint of health. It's just I haven't gotten it back to where it needs to be. I'm still reconditioning it. I'm still trying to get back in that mode where that knee is exactly where it was before the injury. If this is Jalen Ramsey at 90% or 85%, what the hell is Jalen Ramsey at 100%?
Elite defense, and we go win the Super Bowl. Hopefully the offense can clean up some of their mistakes, and Tua will learn from this. Tua, what I love about Tua, he takes accountability from himself. He's not going to blame others. He's going to blame himself. He's going to watch the film, and he's going to learn from it.
And Ian Baller, look, we're a fan of football. We see other mediocre teams around the NFL and how their quarterback might not always put the onus on themselves to take the blame for a win or a loss.
Like Zach Wilson.
Like
Zach Wilson
right?
always blaming everybody. He blamed his defense last year when their defense was top 5.
Meanwhile, 2 of the 3 games that we've lost this year, Tua 100% put the onus on him for the loss. This week, or the Philly game and the Kansas City game, 100% on him. And he was still taking accountability after the Buffalo game. And he said yesterday, the reason we didn't execute on offense the way we needed to is because I was not playing to my ability. And you know what? He wasn't wrong.
And it's not just Tua. A lot of our players are putting accountability on themselves. Like when Connor Williams said, "Oh, that was my bad on that bad snap last game."
And Tua said it was his bad that he should have had it. It was on my fingertips, right?
Exactly.
We for years have had plenty of teams that we've watched over the last 20 plus years as Miami Dolphins fans, where the players did not take any accountability and they pointed the finger at somebody else, whether it be a coach or another player or the quarterback or whoever, right? Brandon Marshall came here for years and said, I couldn't win with that quarterback, right? Brandon Marshall's best game was his last game in a Dolphins uniform, which was a Pro Bowl. That was the best game of Brandon Marshall's Miami Dolphin career, a Pro Bowl. That's it. So there are plenty of people that have put on the Dolphins uniform that have not had the accountability that I believe the entirety of this team has. And the best part about it is the defense is going up. And yes, it looks like the offense has taken some regression. But in my opinion, they're just fine-tuning to be able to get where they need to be, that when we get into those late games in December and when we get into the January playoff games, they know what they need to do. They've encountered, mistakes. They've encountered the ability to go up against somebody that is not as good as them, and they've lost, and they know what they did wrong in those losses, or they know what they did wrong in games that they should have beat the team by more. Yesterday, they should have beat the Vegas Raiders by 30 points. That team was bad yesterday. Let's call a spade a spade. It was not a good football team yesterday. And
but you also got to give credit to our defense, especially for shutting down Josh Jacobs. Like, let's take away Josh Jacobs, and O'Connell has to beat us, and he couldn't. And a big reason for that is because Jalen Ramsey and the defense as a whole has been awesome.
100%. Anything else, Ian?
Just one more thing. I'm confident in this team. Clean up some stuff. Tua had an average game, but hey, look at the stats. If that's an average game, just shows you our high expectations for him because he's a hell of a quarterback. So fix some stuff on offense. Our defense needs to keep going. We're going to be a great defense, and as long as our offense can clean up a few things, we can win a Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
I think so too. All right. Hey, man, I didn't take him out. He just left. That was a mic drop right there for him. All right, let me bring on the next person, man. My brother, Will. What's up, Will? All Porpoise Yards. How are you doing, brother? Good morning. Victory Monday.
What is up? What is up, Steven? Good morning.
Good morning, man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Victory Monday. What are your thoughts about the game yesterday?
Thank you so much. Well, I just wanted to come up because I wanted to talk about our defense. And, I, amongst others, I'm not the only one that did this, but I was unhappy with Vic Fangio early on. And I have to give him a lot of credit, and I have to apologize to him for doubting him. Because, since Jalen Ramsey has come back, how many points did we give up against the Patriots in his first game? I forgot.
And Vic Fangio's first game?
In Ramsey's first game back, how many points did we allow to the Patriots 3 games ago? Because I'm just trying to come up with.
That would be 17 points.
Okay, so just real quick, in the last 3 games since Ramsey's come back, we've allowed 17. We allowed 14 offensive points to the Chiefs.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we just allowed 10, right? Or 13? Well, what do we win by?
Hey, Will, let me tell you.
13.
And one of those was against an elite team. So if we play like that for the rest of the year, Will, guess what we're going to do? We're going to win some football.
Dominate. Yeah, 100%. And so I'm really excited about what we're bringing to the table defensively going forward. And I also realized yesterday that we pitched 2 consecutive second half shutouts. The Chiefs scored 0 points in the second half, and the Raiders scored 0 points in the second half. So,
well, I like the baseball reference.
There you go. I appreciate it. Yeah. You know, I'm a New Yorker. I'm on Long Island, and I can say that, for all the misery the Dolphins have brought me, the Yankees did bring me some magic early on in my life. But it seems to have gone. I don't blame you. I mean, listen.
Look, here's the thing, Will. I agree with you that, here's the funny part, and if you agree with me or disagree with me, let me know. The Dolphins put up 422 yards of total offense yesterday. In past years, we would have killed that. That would have been an amazing day in past year and past teams. Now, granted, I don't want to set the bar to past year's teams. I want to set the bar to what we can be now. And yes, I have clearly said this morning that I am disappointed in the play that Tua has, but Tua was disappointed in the play that he had yesterday. He didn't think he played elite yesterday. And meanwhile, Fox for highlights of the day, player highlights of the day, are putting up Tua as one of the guys. What do you like?
1,000%.
The rest of the NFL sees him being an elite player. We know that he didn't play elite yesterday, that he had a bad game, and we still put up 422 yards of total offense. We still won, and our defense is allowing our defense has allowed 17 points, 14 points, and 13 points in the last 3 games. In the last 2, they pitched shutouts, to use your words, of no points in the second half. If we play like that, and by the way, that was against the Chiefs, one of the best teams in all of football. If we play like that for the rest of the year, we will win in Super Bowl. I promise y'all we can.
We definitely have a shot.
We don't need to put up. We don't need our offense to put up 70 points. We just need our offense to play better than it did yesterday and not turn the ball over, which we know that they'll do because they're too good not to. And if our defense keeps playing like it is, bro, it's going to be a fun rest of the season to watch.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I will say
every Miami Dolphins fan should be.
Check your pulse. I want to agree with you in the sense that, like, if you look at this year, like, Tua has a very high bar, and we are even getting high expectations as a fan base. So when he has the type of game like he had yesterday, where it was just not perfect, or like against the Giants, where he made a couple of mistakes, like, those are now bad games for him. And those games, for a quarterback in the NFL aren't even really terrible games. Like, if those are going to be his worst games, then we're in really good shape going forward, because when he's on, and he was also 19-21 in the first half. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't as spot on the second half. One thing I think is hurting us more than people are acknowledging is the offensive guard situation. It wasn't necessarily the problem yesterday as far as time to throw, but you're not going to be as in sync offensively. You're not going to be able to run the ball as well, and you're not going to be able to, have the time to throw. You need to call the plays you need to get the ball down the field. So, I'm really hoping Robert Hunt comes back. I really think Robert Jones is a lot better than Cotton or liability at the guard situation. I honestly, I don't remember seeing a worse NFL football player than Liam Eichenberg. I mean, he's gotten better the last couple of weeks, but
he plays all 5 spots on the offensive line. I know it's going to take a lot to get him off the team because he can play all 5 positions. Yeah. But I hear you. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. I understand your frustration. Terrence says, I don't believe you, Steven. You need more people. Tua needs to be replaced for us to win a ring. Terrence, I love you, Terrence. You're my guy.
Won a Super Bowl.
Terrence has been with me since almost day one. He's been with the show at the beginning. Terrence, you have never been more wrong than you are right now. Tua is the quarterback that can bring us a Super Bowl ring. Do you remember Ryan Tannehill? Do you remember Chad Bennington? Do you remember Matt Moore? Do you remember Tyler Thigpen? Do you remember Cleo Lemon? Do you remember all those trash-ass quarterbacks that we had?
Sage Rosenfels, A.J. Feely.
Come on, bro.
Brian Greasy, Jay Fiedler. Ray Lucas.
Tua is the second best quarter, or is Tua's the best quarterback to play since Dan Marino, and that includes Jay Fiedler, and that includes
100%.
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh yeah. No, that's anybody that argues that I think is not operating in good faith. I mean, there's a couple of people that make arguments against Tua, and I don't have to name them, currently in this community that do come on this show relatively frequently, and they have to be either they're trolling or I'm very concerned about the state of their mental health, because some of the things they say just are not rooted in any kind of fact. I mean, he's definitely good enough to win us a Super Bowl, but I'm going to tell you, people talk about the weapons that we have offensively. Tua has been as much of a reason for our offensive success this year as any player that we have on offense. And frankly, you really look at the weapons we have. Waddle, we'll call it what it is. Waddle's been disappointing this year. Craycraft was out for a while. Berrios has been a little disappointing, frankly. I expected more. We don't have a tight end. Achane can't stay healthy. Thank God for Mostert.
Julian Hill started yesterday and did not show me any reason why that man should be on the football field.
Not at all. But my point is, beyond Tyreek Hill on this offense, like right now, this year, these guys haven't played in a spectacular way. So Tua has really been awesome this year. I think he's even been better than people give him credit for, particularly in this community. There's a reason why he's an MVP candidate. Look, I think I don't know, man. I have hopes against the Jets. I just really worry about us in MetLife Stadium right now, particularly if we're not healthier at guard. But we should not allow any points to that offense. Like, I think we can shut them out. So even if we have to win a low scoring game, I think we beat them. So I think we very well sweep the Jets.
Will, one more thing before I let you go. That's the funny thing.
Sure.
People are saying we need to score 30, 40, 50 points in order to win football games.
Not anymore.
The Dolphins have only given up more than 21 points 3 times this year. That was week 1 against the Chargers in a game that we won. And by the way, that I don't count that because that's a learning curve for the Vic Fangio. I count that, but it's a learning curve. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade, right? The Buffalo team, which, look, they just have our number. Josh Allen, it doesn't matter how sucky Josh Allen is. He just plays well against us, and I can admit that. I'll raise my hand and say Josh Allen is a Dolphins killer. We just got to find a way to beat him.
Sad.
Okay, I hate Josh Allen. I think he's a bum. As in the words of TD, that bum is a bum, but he knows how to play against us. All right, I'm not going to sit here and deny that.
Oh my God.
Now, and as far as the Eagles are concerned in that game, they went to the Super Bowl last year. They had an MVP candidate. Jalen Hurts, like I don't know.
We were playing with injuries also. We didn't have Ramsey back yet. Yeah, good. The last thing I want to say before you let me go, because you brought up Josh Allen. Dude, just out of curiosity recently, I knew Josh Allen owned us, but I was curious about what his career numbers really are against us. And, oh, my God, I think he has 12 career starts. He's 11-1. But if you extrapolate his numbers in those 11 or 12 games over the course of a full 17-game season, bro, it's like the best season a quarterback has ever had. It would be more than 5,000 passing yards. It would be more than 50 total touchdowns, like less than 15 turnovers. The way he plays us is stupid.
Hey, Will,
I've never seen anybody play so well against one team.
Do you want to know the best opportunity the Jets have at beating us 2 out of the next 3 weeks? I'm going to tell you.
What's that?
He's a practice squad player in Cleveland who just signed the other day, and that's Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco gives the Jets the best opportunity to beat us because Joe Flacco, like Josh Allen, owns us for some reason, okay?
Tyrod Taylor owned us too until that one game.
If the Jets were smart, they would go sign Joe Flacco off the practice squad and start his ass on Friday against us. But they're stupid. They're not going to do that. And that's all that it is, right? So, I mean, come on, man.
I agree.
I'm with you, Bill. I'm with you, man.
Thanks a lot for having me on, Steven. I'll watch some of the rest of the show. Enjoy your Monday, bro.
Love you, brother.
Have a good one.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I got a few people in the back here. I'm excited to talk to y'all. Lil V, what's up, man?
Man, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? 772 in the building. What's good?
Yeah, man. Last week when I was on here, you caught me off guard because I was in that line waiting. for a long time, and then by the time I finally got in, I couldn't really speak how I want.
Well, the floor is yours, Lil V. The floor is yours, my guy.
Yeah. The thing is, I look at things from a realistic point of view, and yeah, that set the record we got going on in Miami. Yeah, I just can't believe because I'm used to losing all the time. I'm used to losing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm used to losing. You know what I'm saying? With that Raiders game yesterday, we supposed to beat them way more than what it's supposed to be, and that's why last week I was saying I won't be surprised if we lose to the Jets because I'm quite sure they're gonna change quarterback. They're gonna change quarterbacks. And then
it doesn't matter. Like, you think we're going to lose on Friday to the Jets? What makes you think that?
Because they're going to change quarterbacks, man. And then we don't have enough film.
Okay,
we don't have enough film.
Right, so look, Lil V.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that loud noise.
No. You're good. You're good, bro.
Yeah.
Just listen to me. The Dolphins don't have to – all the Dolphins need to do is put up, in my opinion, against them 17 points. Because there's no reason – at any way, shape, or form for me to think that the Jets are going to put up more than 17 points on Friday. That's not going to happen. Even if the Dolphins offense plays just as bad as they did this past Sunday, which, by the way, was 422 yards of total offense.
Yeah.
We're going to win. The Jets are a shitty football. Matter of fact, they are a bad football team. They don't even know who to play at quarterback. They have no quarterback there right now.
Okay,
none.
Like for example, look at the Broncos, man. We put up 70 on them, and look at them now. They're 500.
Okay. And you want to know why? Because we probably woke them up. We woke up a sleeping giant. And I don't want to say a sleeping giant. Let me not give them too much credit. But
you don't think those losses Jets took these last couple weeks didn't wake them up?
No, I don't. It's the Jets. I am in no way, shape, or form nervous about the New York Jets. None. None. I've never in my life been more confident than I am right now about beating the Jets.
No, what I'm saying is with the Jets alone, they're not going to sweep us. But I just say I won't be surprised they do beat us. I won't be surprised. They're not going to sweep us.
No, I will be. I will be if it happens, but it's not going to happen. Look, Lil V, just understand this. Our offense is struggling a little bit. And with our offensive struggles, name a team in the past that has struggled on offense and still put up 422 yards of total offense, where their quarterback still throws for over 300 yards, where their quarterback still has multiple. Yeah,
but what I'm saying is I've got a feeling they're going to change
passer rating of over 100. Name a and we know that they struggle. But but look. Go look at the defense. Let me ask you something, Lil V. Let me ask you something. Did the Dolphins take Patrick Mahomes and shut his ass out after the first 2 touchdowns that they scored in the first half? Did Kansas City get another point on the board in the second half?
Yeah, second half. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But
and after Aiden O'Connell threw his first touchdown, with the exception of those 2 field goals, did they score any points in the second half of yesterday's game? They didn't. Last 2 games. So why? And by the way, do you think that the Jets are better than the Raiders or the Chiefs offense? The answer better be no.
No, there's not right now. But what I'm saying is they're going to change quarterbacks. I'm quite sure they're going to change quarterbacks.
To who? Boyle?
They might put Simeon in there.
He threw an interception.
They might put Trevor Simeon in there, man.
Oh my! Is he on their roster?
Yes.
New York Jets.
Yes, he's on their roster. Yeah.
Roster. I mean, maybe they should go to their 3rd string quarterback if that's the case. But
you know they is, man. You know, you think they're gonna let Zach Wilson come out there in New York?
Trevor
Simeon
is on their roster, but
they're gonna boo the hell out of Zach Wilson. He step on that field. I'm
gonna laugh. I'm gonna be very happy. But there's a reason that Trevor Simeon didn't play yesterday. If Trevor Simeon was so good,
he was on their practice squad.
He was the emergency quarterback yesterday, correct? And if I am correct, you can activate the 3rd string quarterback in the 4th quarter without there being any consequences. You don't need an injury to get the 3rd string quarterback in the 4th quarter.
But yeah, that's the way
could
I
be
feel.
wrong about that. If somebody'd like to call me out on that, I'm pretty sure the rule states that a third-string quarterback cannot enter the game in the first 3 quarters without the first 2 quarterbacks being injured. But if you're in the 4th quarter and you want to put your third-string quarterback in, you're fine. I believe you can. Now, that was the old rule. I don't know if that's the updated rule. I believe that it still is.
I have no idea. I have to look it up myself.
But
yeah,
but if Trevor Siemian was better than Tim Boyle, then Trevor Siemian would have been the backup yesterday against the Bills. Not Tim Boyle.
Yeah, but I just look at it from.
Don't be scared of a quarterback that. Come on, man. Come on, Lil V. Listen to me. Say it with me now. The Dolphins are gonna beat the Jets. Say it with me. The Dolphins are gonna beat the Jets. I don't hear you.
The Dolphins are gonna beat the Jets.
That's what I'm talking about, Lil V. I knew you could do it. I knew it. All right. Anything else before I let you go?
Like I said, I look at it from a realistic standpoint, man. That's the way I approach things, man. I try not to get like suckered into this super fan. Oh, the Dolphins gonna go 7 undefeated. I try not to look into that, man. I try not to look into that.
Hey, look.
I'm used to losing.
One
just
game,
like, okay, I'm used to losing.
You're used to losing. You have PTSD.
I'm used to losing. I'm used to depending on 2 teams to win or lose for us to sneak in. I'm used to that. I get tired of that, man. We got to win 4 games straight, and we got to depend on 2 teams to lose. I'm tired of that, man. So
we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine, brother. Just we're gonna be good. I got your bag of hopium. Okay.
You got it? Okay. Hey, I might need a shot of that right now.
Hey, man, I just gave it to you. Okay. So take it, run with it, and do what you need to do with it, because the Dolphins right now, they're going to be fine, and they are not losing to the Jets. I'm telling you that right now. So just understand that. All right, Lil V.
I hope not. I'll tune in next week, man. I'll tune in next week, and hopefully it's another Victory Monday now.
It will be. It will 100% be. All right, Lil V. Be good, man.
Take care, man.
All right, Miami Sports Music. Hit the like button. No, seriously. What are you doing right now? You haven't hit the like button yet? I'm not playing with you. Hit the like button. All right, next person I'm going to bring in is one of my favorite people in the world. She's awesome. She's amazing. She helps run the East 12 crew, the sister station of East 32. We know her. We love her. Maria. What up, Maria?
Hey there.
How are you?
I'm fine, especially on Victory Monday. And Lulu, if he's still listening, he needs to learn the word believe. In our Dolphins.
That's right. Believe.
And
There's
have
a lot
faith.
of people in the fan base, Maria, that need to know that and learn that. I agree with you. They don't understand it. They don't understand it.
They don't have faith.
Well, I mean, look, the Dolphins for years have played to the level of their opponent, right? And you can say that yesterday was one of those days. But even in those moments, the Dolphins, in the last 15 years, there was like a 7 or 8 year stretch in the last 20 years where the Dolphins lost the most games by 1 possession or less in like a 7 or 8 year stretch of any team in the NFL. And again, I've said this before on the show, Maria. I was told by somebody who's covered football for 30 plus years, and he goes, good teams find a way to win. And yesterday, the Miami Dolphins found a way to win, right? And as long as we get into those, if we get into those situations and find ways to win those games, I don't care if that team is 500. I don't care if that team's under 500 or over 500. You play the opponent that's in front of you. The Vegas Raiders were the opponent yesterday. Were they playing with a little bit of hope? Yeah, we gave it to them, to be fair. But how often?
Yes, we did.
How often do we have 3 turnovers in a game? And by the way, in the NFL, it said last night, if you watch the Vikings-Denver Broncos game, if a team has 3 turnovers or more this year, I think their record was like 3 and like 20-something. Like only 3 teams have won this year with having 3 or more turnovers this year. And the Dolphins are one of them now. So, I don't care how much we get down. I don't care how many turnovers we have. We're always in the game. We will always be in the game.
And as long as we stay in the game and they keep their heads on their shoulders and they don't let anyone overlook them, We'll be fine. We will totally be fine.
PTSD, post Tannehill stress disorder. I like that. That's good, man. That's good. I like it. That I'm gonna pin that one. I like it. All right, what did you think of the game yesterday? Give me your thoughts about the game.
Oh my God. It totally was a nail biter. I was at the game. It was totally a nail biter, and it was sick. It was sick. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'll call you right back. I'll call you right back. It was totally crazy. I'm a little upset with A-Chain. That's upsetting, but it is what it is.
Are you upset with HN? Or are you upset with the Dolphins and how they decided to move forward after the injury?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, I mean, look, so my wife does fantasy football, and she goes, should I start HN this week, even though it's his first game back? And I was like, of course, the man's going to go off this week. And so after the first play, I got the look of death from my wife. Like, don't ever tell me to start somebody again. I was like, okay, I got you. I'm sorry. Because I thought he was going to go off yesterday, and it sucks that he got hurt. But I believe from what they said in the post game that it was out of precaution. It wasn't that he couldn't go back into the game. They just, unless they needed him, they weren't going to put him back in there because they were still.
Yeah, but now they're saying he's out for the season.
When did you see that? I didn't see that.
That actually came out before the game ended. We heard it at the game that he was going to be out for the season for a knee.
No. Don't believe the lies.
Double check on that.
Don't lie. Those are lies. In no way, shape, or form has that been reported anywhere. Okay, so after the press conference yesterday, he said, or McDaniel said in the post-game press conference yesterday, he said, "Hey, look, we didn't play him because he was still recovering from the knee injury. We wanted to work him in slow this week because of that, because of that hit to the knee. We decided that unless we needed to use him, we were going to let him sit and just, so that way he wasn't putting that stress on the knee. But in no way, shape, or form is he going to be out for the year. None. And from what
that's what's going around.
And from what I was told is they had to hide his helmet because he wanted to go back into the game. So they hid his helmet for a little bit.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a training stat.
Yeah, that would be him.
That's and so I don't have a problem with it. We won the game. I'd rather him get healthy. If we win and he gets more healthy, so be it. Because I know what A-Chan is at 100%. And that is he's a monster at 100%. I didn't touch you. I didn't kick you off. You had that internet, Maria. I'll bring Maria back here in a little bit. All right, let me bring on the next guest. Cap for life. Good morning, Cap. Cap, you got to take yourself off mute, buddy.
Yeah, no, I was doing some reconnaissance. Yeah, man. I mean, they say it was a precautionary holdout. I was yesterday on Poupart and Omar's show, and they were saying that probably both of them were held back for maybe evaluations, but nothing serious. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about out for the season yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard that in any way, shape, or form. So, and everything I've seen and was told yesterday at the end of the game was that he will be fine. What do you want to talk about today, Cap? What's your where you at? And Maria, I'll bring you back on as soon as Cap's over.
No, yeah, man. I mean, man. Oh, man. Feel free to bring her on if you'd like. But I feel like right now, I mean, we're nitpicking at this point. Let's be real. Yeah, it's fine. The defense bailed our ass out. The offense struggled. But, I was trying to see what this coaching staff was made of. And, Butch Berry came through. Fangio came through.
Yep.
And, I mean, that's what matters the most, bro. You got McDaniel having his little struggles right now. But, it's nothing we can't fix moving forward with the next 4 games.
Are you an optimist? Do I hear you being an optimist? Do you have a little bit of Cap? Have you been taking some hopium without prescription from me?
No, listen to me, bro. It's good to have hope. It's good to have faith. But when the numbers start adding up late in the season, and we're almost into December, like you got to be real with yourself, bro. Like we would be complaining at this point around this time of season right now. And right now, the only thing we're complaining about is for seeding. I'll take that argument every day compared to the injury, the 2 games behind, us being not even an AFC East contention. Like we're not complaining about all that stuff because we're in contention.
We have a 2-game cushion in the AFC East. We're playing for the we're still in for the number 1 seed. Let's be honest, right? If Philadelphia wins tonight, all we're straight in that conversation for the 1 seed. And look, we have 2 players that are playing very well for the most part. Tyreek's playing lights out. Tua's playing really good. And then look at the rest of to me and I keep bringing this up, Cap, because I think it's important. Dolphins fans are more critical of Tua than anybody else, right?
Oh, rightfully so.
And we should be, right? But yesterday I'm watching the 4:00 game on Fox, and they bring up the highlights of player highlights for the day, and 3 people, and Tua's one of them. And I look at that and I say to myself, well, we thought he had a bad game, and the NFL outside world thinks he had a good game. We're being very critical about it, and we still won the game. So, I get it, I understand it, but for me, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for what we have going on.
Yeah, bro. I mean, shout out to Evan Posner, man. He works over at Bobby, and Finch Talk Sports Network with Bobby Finch Talk, man. And he gave me a stat yesterday that blew my mind when it came to the comparison of the greatest show on turf compared to this team. And it's just like that team took advantage of their weak schedule. They didn't have an over 500 opponent until, like, I believe the last game of the season. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but my point is they took advantage of the weak teams.
Yep.
We need to take advantage of this cushion, because if not, I mean, look, we hate to talk about December, but if we make a sweep in November, and Color and I were talking about this also yesterday on his panel, like if we do what we need to do in November, technically we really don't need to worry about December.
We can even worry about it, Cap. And isn't that a beautiful thing? Isn't that a beautiful thing to have that? That safety net, but so I've been telling people this. I said, look, I think the Dolphins are going 5-0 in the next 5 weeks, right? So we got the first game yesterday. First one's out the way. Friday's game number 2 against the Jets, right? So we end up being 2-0, right? And then we got a little bit of an extended break, right? And then what is the game after that? It's the Commanders, the one I'm throwing, FedEx Takeover. Okay, if that goes down and we sit there at 3-0 coming out of those 3 weeks, and then we got the Monday night game against the Titans, and then another Jets game at home, we are going to be sitting at 8, 9, 10, 11 and 3 going into the Cowboys game on December 24th on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and you know the majority of us
here.
You know us, and you know the way we get, and you know me. And if you know that I'm critical to the point where I just want this organization to hear our voices and it's not being heard, they're going to bleep and hear our voices, bro. But if you get to a point where you get to a 3 or 4 game cushion, I'm going to shut the hell up and let y'all ride, bro. That's the thing. Like, if we get to where we get now, no one can argue. No one can argue.
If we have a 3 or 4 game cushion, I ain't gonna be critical about nothing. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let them do their job, because obviously something is working. Something is going on.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, we can be critical about Uno. We can be critical about the do-rag, whatever. The defense showed up. That's what I want. When somebody is down, somebody else step up. And our MO has been our defense saving our ass. But look, man, if we're scoring more than 27 points a game, I'll take that too. But if the defense is giving out shutouts, like Will said earlier, in 2 games and 2 halves, I'll take that every day and twice on Sunday.
And one of them was against the defending Super Bowl champions and one of the best offenses in all of football with Patrick Mahomes. So
yeah, bro. Like, look, I'm not gonna put all the emphasis on Tua. I would like to see some more, production, but the man has pretty much checkmarked a lot of things that I've been critical about. But you got to give me 2 more check marks, and I'm waiting for those 2 check marks to be checked off.
All right, hey Cap, I love you, brother. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Hasta la pasta, brother. Be good.
Be good. All right, Maria. You good? What happened?
I'm sorry, we lost you before.
I know you had that. I can't make this joke no more because he's playing really good. I used to say you had that to a cell service. It keeps dropping. I can't use that joke
Yes.
no more. Now I'm gonna be like,
No, you can't use that joke no more.
You got that Zach Wilson cell service. He's getting replaced. Okay. Yeah, I said it. All right, go ahead. Finish up what you were talking about with the game yesterday.
Now I lost my train of thought. But anyway,
let me ask you this, because you interact with a lot of fans. What would you say the overall feeling was leaving the stadium yesterday from the fans at the game?
they were excited. I mean, they were happy that they got the W. I mean, of course. I mean, they were upset with some of the turnovers that we had. They were ecstatic with JP, with Phillips. They were ecstatic with Ramsey. I mean, that's what we were all screaming. Ramsey's back. Ramsey's back. I mean, it was great.
He's amazing.
It was a good feeling. It was a good feeling being home 5-0 and walking out of there 5-0.
And do
in our home stadium.
Do you feel very confident moving forward, like the Dolphins are going to overcome whatever the issues were this past Sunday in the defense? As long as they keep on playing like that, there's no reason that we shouldn't win some football games here.
I've been watching even the TV this morning, and they're saying we're a threat. We're a team to be reckoned with. I mean, we could take the next 4 games.
We will take the next 4 games.
And then
I called it. Okay, it's gonna.
That's happen. Right. Believe. But yeah.
All right, Maria.
I can't wait for Black Friday. Are you going to MetLife?
I am not going to MetLife. I got to get ready for the FedEx takeover, doing everything with that, and yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna
Holly
be
and them are all coming for the FedEx, and then I'm possibly coming to the Baltimore beatdown. That's what I'm looking at.
Hope you come to the Baltimore beatdown. I got some more stuff to do with that, but that's going to be fun. It was fun last year. It was a great time. It was going to be a great time again this year. So, all right, Maria, let me let you go. Be good.
Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Okay.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. My man, Spider-Man. What's up, Spider-Man? Is this Irving?
What up, Steven? What's going on?
Irving?
Yes, it is.
Irv?
What's up, buddy? What's going on?
Have you heard about the word?
The bird is the word?
No, that Irv is the word.
Oh, okay.
Irv is the word. I love you, brother. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, buddy? What's going on? Good afternoon. Now that we're past the morning.
Victory Monday to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm feeling good. 7-3 atop the division. You know, feels good. I don't think we've been 7-3 for a while, right? What was the last time we were 7-3?
It might have been. Were we 8-3 last year? I feel like we were 8-3 last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were.
And then we went on a 5-game losing streak. We don't want to talk about that. But
that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
That's going to be the case this year. We're going to be 11-3 going into the last 3 weeks of the year, and then depending on how good that defense plays and how well the offense kind of put things together, I think that I think we're going to have a lot of fun in those last 3 weeks too. So it should be good. What are your thoughts about yesterday's game, man?
Let me start with the defense. I thought the defense was excellent. They definitely carried us in this game. Ramsey showed up in a big way. I mean, the elite Hall of Fame Jalen Ramsey came out and dominated this game with 2 interceptions. Bro, the guy has an amazing knack for the football. The way he just tracks the ball and just attacks it's just amazing. I was in utter and total shock. Like, I'm in still disbelief that we have Jalen Ramsey on this team. Like, I'm like, and it's not just that. It was just to have everybody healthy. This is the first time that I ever see this Dolphins defense 100% healthy. And since the beginning of the year, really since last year, right, since the beginning of training camp, I know we had Brandon Jones, recovering from the ACL injury, and Nick Needham still recovering from Achilles injury. But now everybody's back, and it's just crazy to see this type of talent on the field, and it's translating. It's not that you just have talent on paper. You're starting to see that talent, shine on the field. So, there were like 3 players yesterday. I saw the snap count, and you see guys like Javon Holland, Jerome Baker, Jalen Ramsey, Deshaun Elliott, Xavier Howard. They played at 100%. They play 100% of the snaps on the field of the whole entire game.
And that's really good if you think about that too, right?
Yeah, and it's just the whole thing just shows you that that it's just a beautiful thing having these guys healthy at the right time and playing all these meaningful snaps, because this is meaningful football. After the bye week, every game from now on, right from the Raiders game on to the end of the year, they all count. And so, the most important thing for this Dolphins team, especially if they do really well at home, is to get those home playoff games and host a playoff game, because you have the advantage of the crowd. You have the energy of just being at your house. So I think that's a very important thing, and just solidify not only the division, but try to compete for that number 1 seed. You're only one game away. You're only one game behind the Chiefs. So, and the Chiefs are not that great this year. Offensively, they're struggling. The receiver, like Mahomes, that once you take away Kelsey, Mahomes has he struggles with throwing to his other receivers, because they're not on the same page, miscommunication, et cetera, et cetera. So you got to take advantage of that, bro. And then Jalen Phillips, bro, looked like the Jalen Phillips from the University of Miami with 6 tackles, 2 sacks, an interception because of Christian Wilkins hit O'Connell. And he tried to throw the ball away, ended up with Jalen Phillips' hands. I mean, bro, Xavier Howard probably had one of his better games. The way he tackled Devontae Adams, man, he blew him up on that screen pass. That was probably the best tackle I ever seen from Xavier Howard. I mean, this defense is awesome.
It was an unreal open field tackle. He blew.
Oh my God. I was so pumped, bro. I was like, getting out of my chair, But defensively, offensively, excuse me, we got to take better care of the football, bro. Like in the last 4 or 5 games, we had 12 takeaways. And, when you do that against better teams, like this is the Raiders 5-5, but if you do that against, elite teams or quote unquote winning teams, right, bro, they're gonna make you pay for that. And 2 fumbles, an interception, a turnover on downs on a questionable, bubble screen on that 4th and 1 at the 5-yard line. Like that's got to get cleaned up. This was a very sloppy game. Tua didn't have a bad game. I think he had a good game, but it was not the game that we seen him play. We've seen him play up to MVP levels, right? The Chargers game, the Ravens game, the Lions game, etc. And he looked a little off at times. I know sometimes it was because of the pressure. Like I know there was a couple of plays where River Craycraft and Cedric Wilson were wide open, but it was because he got flushed out of the pocket and he had to throw the football away. There was one on the first play to River Craycraft, like it was a play action pass, and then they flushed him out. Rick Craycraft was wide open, and then because of the way, because it was an uncomfortable throw, like he would have had to throw off his back foot, and the ball would have come out like underthrown. It would have been picked. So he made the right decision to throw Ingold, and Ingold just dropped it for the first down. The other throw he got flushed out by Max Crosby because Austin Jackson got beat by Max Crosby. He had to throw it away, and Cedric Wilson was wide open. Like the offensive line's got to do a better job in pass protection in certain situations so that these plays can happen and touchdowns don't get left on the field. So I thought overall the offense did okay at times. I think you got to do more than just force feed Tyreek Hill. Like you got to get other wide receivers involved in the offense. Like, not make Tyreek Hill such a primary option on first reads and stuff. Like you got to diversify a little bit. Maybe have Waddle or maybe have Cedric Wilson on one. You know what I'm saying? So Mike McDaniel didn't do a great job play calling, especially situationally. Like they gotta clean that up, or otherwise other teams are gonna make us pay for it.
Here's the thing: until somebody stops Tyreek, like there's no reason to stop throwing to him. Right? The man is
right.
like killing it. 148 yards yesterday, something like that, and
yeah, he's sick. Yeah,
he's doing absolutely amazing. And I also think Jalen. Look, does Jalen want the ball? Does he want touchdowns? Of course he does. People, somebody said earlier that they were kind of down on him having a down year, but I think the reality of the situation is he understands what Tyreek wants to do. He's fully bought in and on board with it. He knows okay, Tyreek's going to get these yards this year. I just got to be cool with that, right? And as long as we're winning football games, I want the ring. I truly believe that he's sacrificing his yards this year or completions or whatever for the betterment of the team. And he's and everything that I have seen tells me that he's 100% on board with everything and that he's not upset. Now, behind closed doors, is there something going on? Maybe. I highly doubt it. But I can tell you right now in the locker room, in the post-game press conference, Tyreek Hill yesterday was, look, we have the best 2 wide receivers in all of football, me and Jalen Waddle. Like, we're the best.
Right.
Now, Jalen's numbers don't add up to that, but that doesn't mean – but the moment Tyreek came out of the game yesterday, Jalen got the ball and was balling out.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's the other thing, too. Like, we have just greatness at a lot of different levels here. The offensive line, I 100% on board believe that they need to step up in certain situations. What I want is continuity. I just want continuity, and I think if we have that, I think we'll be fine. And the more time they have to play with each other, the better it's going to be. And so that just means people need to stay healthy, and we need to make sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro.
And that's going to be big for us. But I think we're going to be fine. Anything else before I let you go, Irv?
Nah, man, that's it. I have one thing to say about special teams, bro. I'm done with what's his face?
Jason Sanders.
Jason Sanders, thank you. Yeah, I'm done with Jason Sanders, and for me, Jake Bailey could kick rocks too. I'm so done with this special teams and Danny Crossman. Like we need a fresh start on that side of the ball. But that's all I gotta say, bro. I can't wait for this Jets game on Black Friday, bro. It's gonna be exciting, man.
All right, Spider-Man. Be good, man. Be good.
All right, my brother. Thank you for having me on, bro.
No problem. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I had a special guest host the Tailgreeter pregame show yesterday, and he came up big, and he had a good time, and there was a lot of positive feedback. And I just want to thank him so much for hosting the pregame show yesterday. Mr. Batman 2423 is in the building.
Hey, good morning, Steven.
Good morning, Batman. What's up, man? How are you?
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. What's up?
Pretty good, man. Hey, I know it wasn't a pretty win, to say the least. I know the two haters are outside today. They're looking for every possible way to knock down this team. And listen, I get it. I get that Tua didn't play what we're used to seeing Tua play, but we got the W. We got the W, and stop complaining. Now let's worry about other stuff. We got a Jets game coming up. 4 days?
Yep, Friday.
We got to see the health going forward now with A-Chain. How many games is he going to miss? Let him get back healthy. This defense looks elite. I love that Ramsey is showing you exactly what he is. He is the monster. And when I remember, I'm not going to put any names on it, but you have people in this community that say Ramsey ain't going to make that much of a difference to this defense.
Wrong.
And he's showing it already.
And was one of those people, Lewis Batman, who said that? Was Lewis one of those people?
To be honest with you, that's exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to call out my brother.
But Lewis is in the back, man. You know what? Let me bring him on.
Yeah, Lewis, bring me up. Bring me up.
You was out here talking all this stuff. My man Batman called it, son.
First of all, Batman is a pathological liar.
That's not true. Batman's my man. You're not going to be talking about my man like that, Lewis.
That's my man, too. Batman is my man, too. First off, Steven.
First of all, that hat is fire, my guy. That hat is straight fire.
That is nice.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Vibes. I have my
Shout out
hat
to
around
Bob.
here somewhere. I have to go get it here in a few. Go ahead, though.
Hey,
Whatever you were craziness you were about to say.
He
what's
was
going
gonna
on
hate
today
on
on the
Ramsey.
show?
He was about. You were in the process of hating on Ramsey. Go ahead.
I'm
Proceed.
not. Ramsey is an absolute dog, man. He's a
dog.
dog, and he won us single-handedly yesterday. Won us the game.
Oh,
Yes,
was
sir.
it Christian
I don't-
Wilkins getting that sack that Phillips got the interception? It wasn't that Lou?
Jalen Phillips is a dog too.
I know. Neither one of those two sacks saved the game, though. The fact of the matter is, we should change the name for real. Today has been Victory Monday on Cap Blockers. What are y'all doing up here?
We enjoying the victory.
Enjoying the victory.
Blockers. What are you talking about?
First of all, Stephen, you've been saying all day, coming out here and telling the people, well, we had 422 yards. They
We
look
did.
like trash.
Those are
Don't care about no. Hey, yards don't win games, Stephen.
But we won yesterday.
Well, points do, and we got
You
him.
know why? No.
Because we put up more points than the Vegas Raiders.
They're trash. You know they're trash. I know they're trash. Batman knows they're trash. Stephen, if they weren't trash, why would you come out and say that you have a guaranteed next 5 victories?
Let me ask you something.
No. Why do you have us winning the next 5 games, Stephen?
Because of our defense right now.
Because the
and how
teams
well
are
they're
trash
playing.
that we're playing. Because let me ask you a question, Stephen. You didn't guarantee victory in Baltimore. You didn't guarantee, and you didn't guarantee it against Dallas, and you didn't guarantee it against Buffalo. Is that defense that you're talking about playing in those games?
I hope that they show up. I need to. So all right. To be fair, Lewis. To be fair, I'm very confident that in the next 5 games we're going to win because either our offense is going to be able to outplay whatever's on the field, or our defense is going to show up against those teams because all their offenses are trash. Now, with all that being said, if over the next 5 games or 4 games now, the Dolphins defense, if the Dolphins defense doesn't allow more than 20 points in the next 5 games each, I'm 100% going to feel that we'll win the final 3 games because there's no reason for me to not think that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I know that Dallas, out of all the games, Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo, Dallas will put up the most points of any of our opponents. Our offense will have to show up against Dallas in that game.
But I'm not scared, Stephen. We're at the Hard Rock.
I'm not scared. I'm telling you right now, out of all the games we have left on the schedule this year, Dallas is going to score the most points of any of our remaining opponents against us. And I still think we're going to beat them. I think it's going to be fun.
I think that Ravens game is the one game. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, is the only game that I won't say I have my doubts, but concerns. I think we could beat Cowboys. We're playing at the Hard Rock. They're coming over here. Listen, they're a high scoring team. We know that. We all know that. But I like our chances at the Hard Rock. I don't care who we play.
And I'm not saying that I don't like our chances neither. What I'm saying is we come out here and we make these excuses. Well, they had 422 yards. Tua had a good – no, he didn't. The man didn't play well. I don't care about no numbers.
He didn't play bad either.
Well, I can – again, I go by
and Lewis, by the way, my thought process on this and why I even questioned myself is because after the game is over, I'm thinking, you know what, it was not, and I still feel like this to a certain extent. This was not Tua's best game. He made a very bad interception. He fumbled the ball in a place where he shouldn't. Like, it was bad, right? But he still threw for over 300 yards and gave us 2 touchdowns. And he should have had the third because the interception that he threw was just an overthrown ball. It was a bad throw, right? Just never should have thrown it to that area. Like, he had the guy in stride. It probably would have been 6 had he had caught it, right? So I look at that and I say to myself, well, I can't get mad at Mike McDaniel because there were some play calls that were the right play call. They just weren't executed correctly. I can't get mad at Tua because, yes, he, put us, he made some mistakes, but he still had
the man nearly threw for 400 yards, and we had a bad game.
Yards. And then but see, I'm a Dolphins fan, and I know what this offense is capable of. So I'm going to be overly critical. But when the NFL on CBS that's doing a whole other game, or on Fox that's doing a whole other game, and they bring up 3 people to highlight in the NFL yesterday, and one of them is Tua, I gotta say to myself, he had to have a good game because
of the yards. Because of the yards.
People
the fact
outside of our fan base see it that way.
Stop.
I blame the fumble. I blame the fumble on Liam Eichenberg.
No, I know you do. The fact of the matter is,
Lewis, is it fair to say that people outside of our fan base see him in a very positive light right now?
I don't care. This is the same argument I have all the time, Stephen. When people come up here and cry that the national media hates us, I don't care about that. I don't care if they love us now.
Not right now. They love us right now.
And I'm with the same energy. I don't care if they love us right now. The facts remain. They didn't look good yesterday. I've listened to all kind of people come up here today. I'm listening to you now, Stephen, with my brother Batman, right? What did Tua Tagovailoa tell you yesterday?
That he didn't play good.
That he didn't play good.
So now I got to sit here and listen to excuses.
They're not excuses.
Hold on.
Lewis, I said that he didn't play that well yesterday, but I also said in the same breath
he played a good game.
Lewis, a bad game for him, which was yesterday. He still threw for over 300 yards and had 2 touchdowns.
I don't know nothing about that. All I know,
Come on, man.
All I know, this is why I love Tua. For this reason right here.
Because he took ownership. Because he takes ownership.
Because he knows he has put himself in the MVP conversation.
And
I'm better than that. And what we do is we come out here and we talk about, listen to Batman. He almost threw for 400 yards. Listen to Steven. Oh, he didn't have a bad game.
No, I said a bad. No, Lewis. A bad game for him is 70% of the NFL starting quarterbacks' great days.
Well, again,
that's
I don't care about 70, and it is a fact. The problem is you're dealing with me. I don't care about 70% of the quarterbacks in the league. I care about one. He wears number 1.
Uno.
That's it.
That's all you care about.
You know what the problem is, Steven? I just realized today
other quarterbacks.
I realized the problem that we got in this fan base today. Problem we got in this fan base is that Tua has shown us what a 500-yard game, possibly 600-yard game, and now these fans think he's going to do that every game. I get it.
No, wrong. Tua could have threw yesterday for less yards. Tua could have had 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception, and been efficient, right? And I wouldn't have had no problem.
It's Tua time, Lewis.
Put it like this.
All right. So, all right, Lewis. All right, let's pause the conversation on offense for a second. By the way, I got Raphael, AJ, Alex, and Greg and Pete's takes in the back. I'm going to bring y'all on here in a few. I don't want y'all to go away. The defense yesterday. Defense wins championships. You agree with that, right, Lewis?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the last 3 games, we have been elite on defense. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, we have been amazing on defense the last 3 games.
Okay, cool. What does that mean?
If the Dolphins over the next 4 games allow less than 20 points, 17 points per game,
right,
and the Dolphins offense is only putting up 24, 25 points, are you going to be mad?
I'm not. The problem is with the offensive performance, see again, this is what people miss. You played trash yesterday. You played Aiden O'Connell. You played like you played yesterday. And
we didn't let Aiden O'Connell do anything. Our defense played well. It's the offense that struggled yesterday. We're not going to talk. We're not going to sit here and say that Aiden O'Connell did anything. He ain't do nothing yesterday.
I didn't. Did I say that he did
You said
anything?
his name. There's no reason to say that man's name.
No, the reason I brought it up, because you're talking about how great the defense played. Yeah, you played Aiden O'Connell. It's Aiden O'Connell.
But they did the same thing against Patrick Mahomes. What are you talking about, Lewis?
Hey, so did the Denver Broncos. They did it better than we did. They gave up 9. We gave up 14. What are you saying? It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is you got to play. You got to play better than what the offense played, period. End of story. End of story.
Hey, it's Tua time, Lewis. Just a reminder.
Yeah, I know it is. Hey, my opinion, Tua in Philadelphia played a better game than he played yesterday. And he had less yards.
Up until no. I don't have a problem with you saying that. And Lewis, I'll one up you. with the exception of the Baltimore game last year. And by the way, that was only a quarter. Tua's best start to finish game up until this year, because this year is a totally different story. Up until this year was the Kansas City Chiefs game a couple of years back.
Yeah, the Mahomes battle.
And we lost that game. And we straight lost. And
he was playing with third string.
That was the best game of his career at that moment, not stat wise, but just all around. Just him, I'm bored with that. I hear you. All right, Batman. Anything else before I let you go? Because Lewis dropped out like a bum. He a bum.
No, it was awesome yesterday, man. Great experience. As y'all can hear me, I lost my voice. But hey, we won the game. Fins up. 7-3, right? 7-3.
7-3 right now.
7-3. It's Tua time. Let's beat the Jets.
I don't want to hear none of that, Batman.
I want to remind everybody what's Tua's record against the Jets, and we'll leave with that one. Fins up, everybody.
I don't know. What was his record last year?
Good, buddy.
What was his record last year against the Jets?
Stop hating. Stop hating.
I'm just asking. I'm just posing questions.
Lewis, are you going to stay on for a minute? You got to work.
Yes, I got you, baby.
You got to work
for a little bit, Stephen.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna bring on the next guest, Raphael. Good morning, Raphael. What's up, man? You've been waiting patiently in the back. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Brother.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, sorry about that, but who say that? I just realized that who said the Raiders were trash because our offense are beating solid right now. It ain't at a corner. It just made like a great job. But I just wanted to tell you that what you're talking about because I know that I'm a Raider fan, but right now the offense are Oh, snap. Okay, so the offense and the defense, it just improved a lot of things for the last game. But it seems that the wide receivers and the quarterback can't use to work it. And it seems that after we just won against New York Giants and New York Jets, that was a big statement. But the most difficult test really goes for the Miami Dolphins. I mean, you guys have the wide receiver, the quarterback, and all these stuff like that. And the defense show up. And I guess To be
fair, Raphael, the reason that your defense did play well yesterday, okay? The Vegas Raiders defense did play well, but to be fair, Tua threw an interception to you with no pressure. He just threw a bad throw, and we had one of I think there were 2 fumbles yesterday, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah, they're correct.
Yeah, so the one fumble was just bad holding. The other fumble, the guy punched out. Great defense there, right? And then the Dolphins, and then to be fair, you guys shut us down on third down. Dolphins only were 3 for 11, but your defense still gave up 422 yards of total offense.
Yeah, exactly.
That ain't great. That ain't great. Okay, it's better than what you've been playing this year. I'll give you that. I think the Dolphins shot the reason that game was as close as it wasn't because of how good Vegas is or how well they played. It was because of the mistakes that the Miami Dolphins made, and they shot themselves in the foot on multiple occasions yesterday.
Yeah, I know about that because even though that the Raiders had to go for the defense or the offense because they just got a lot of produce. And to be honest, right now, I mean, Aiden O'Connor should be like the future of the quarterback because he got the speed, the intensity. I mean,
look, he's not a bad quarterback, and he's definitely
he's not a bad quarterback.
He's not good either, though. He's not good.
That's cap. That's cap. That's what we're doing.
What you call it? Because hold it. Because right now we just got Jimmy Garoppolo bench. How the heck is gonna do it with Jimmy Garoppolo as a starting quarterback? I mean, I've been telling for everybody that Aiden O'Connor should be like a starting quarterback with a new coach.
Raphael, every NFL team, unless they have an elite quarterback, every NFL's fan base is saying that their backup quarterback, unless they have an elite quarterback, their backup quarterback is better than their starter. And that's probably for 60% of the NFL. You go ask majority fan bases around the NFL, and it's over 60%. They'll say, "Yeah, we need to give our backup quarterback an opportunity to play." So Aiden is he's the flavor of the month right now. Now, I'm not saying he can't be good. I'm not saying there's not a lot of intangibles to like about the kid, but a lot of things need it. Like Vegas has got a long way to go, Raphael. You got a long road ahead of you. That's all I know. Long road.
Yeah, he got a long way because I know he looks very commonplace with the pocket. And the more games he continue to play, I would love to see it. And for the chemistry between him and Devontae Adams, very solid. And I need that the offense need to get a show for the rhythm in order to start to move it downfield. Don't be like a very concerted and let Aidan O'Connor tag his play. Got to let him loose. I mean, his play is because of the guys like Adams can get open. And I very doubt it could open it versus
I know
the defense at
Devontae
the
Adams
point.
likes him a hell of a lot more than Garoppolo. All right, Raphael, this is a Dolphins channel. Anything else you want to say before I let you go? Can't be talking about the Raiders up here. We don't care about no Raiders.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you that good game. And of course, I'm salute to everybody else. I'm El Capitan Refucho, as known as Rafael Chacin. And I know my YouTube channel is keep growing and everything. So salute to all the Miami Dolphins fans, including Luis right now. So have a great one. And of course, salute to you, Mr. Stephen, the host of the Clock Blockers. So have a great and
cat
good
blockers.
game.
I appreciate it, Raphael. Be good, man. Be good. It's not cap blockers. You better show some respect, Lewis. AJ, good morning, AJ. What's up, buddy?
What's up? Good morning. What's up, Steven, Lewis, and the whole Dolphins family? How y'all doing this morning?
AJ, what's good, bro?
My guy. It's Victory Monday. It's always a good day when that happens.
Oh, yes, of course.
How did you think about the game yesterday, man? Give me your thoughts.
Man.
Tell the truth, AJ. Tell the truth now.
Oh, I am. I watched the whole game. I'm going to say this here. The defense won the game for us. I'm going to just be real. The defense won the game for us. I feel like the offense should have been better, and I know Tua done already addressed that in the press conference because Tua, he had a bad game. Despite how many yards he threw, he did not play to his potential like he usually plays. But the defense stepped up for us when they needed that. And I feel like in games of this type of caliber, when you go against a team, when you feel like the competition may be lower than you, it's them type of games that kind of show you how doggish can you really be when it's time to get deep into the rest of the season, regardless of who you're going against.
I think that the Miami Dolphins are on an upward trajectory, though. I don't think they're on a backwards trajectory. I think they're exactly where they want to be. Do they want the offense to be playing better? Of course they do. But I think that they will. I think they're going to be fine. And ultimately, AJ, I think that the Dolphins, I got to be honest with you, man. I'm telling you, they're a top 5 team in the NFL. It's not even close.
Oh, I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
I ain't denying that at all. I know we top 5. I just know if the offense can click in the same, I know, I'm not saying they not. I know they will. They going to get their stuff together. I'm just saying that.
Can you imagine what this team will be like with an off, like if our offense shows up the way it did against Denver and our defense is playing as well as it has the last 2 weeks? No team is beating us in the NFL. None.
Oh, no.
At all.
Oh, no.
0.
We running over everybody.
Everybody. There's nobody that can beat us.
No, Steven. I can't imagine that, though, because it hasn't happened. So how do you want me to imagine something that hasn't happened?
Because I want you to take this bag of hopium, Lewis, get far ready, inject it in yourself, because that's what's going to happen, okay? All right?
Yeah, but you see, this is what I don't like what we're doing, Steven, right? When we talk about, AJ's talking about the game yesterday specifically, and your comment is, they're a top 5 team. We're not talking about, I thought we were just talking about yesterday, right? We're not talking about the season or what they're going to do moving forward or any of that. We're talking about specifically yesterday. They played like trash yesterday. Everybody knows it. Like, what are we making excuses for?
That's why I say the offense going to have to step up. They can't do that against – if you can't do that against no garbage team, you damn sure can't do that against elite teams. The offense has to step up.
Absolutely, AJ.
Look, I think that the Dolphins are going to be fine, and we're going to take some kick some ass and take some names, AJ. That's what we're going to do. Anything else before I let you go, buddy?
I ain't really got nothing else. Fence up and
ends up, baby. Be good, man.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all too.
All right, man.
All right, AJ.
Next up, my man Alex. Good morning, Alex.
What's up, guys? Steven, Lewis.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Alex, my guy. What's up, buddy?
Listen. Here's my opinion on it. All right. Now, was it a great game yesterday? No, it was very sloppy too. It did not have a great game. You know, the defense stepped up when it mattered the most, and that's a positive thing. We can't play like this against the elite teams and expect us to come out victorious. You know, we got to clean up. We got to clean up a lot of stuff before we can actually, move forward. All right. Now, I will say this though: the O-line, the offensive line, looked good yesterday, despite little hiccups here and there. There's some things that we can clean up on the O-line, no question about it, but I have no bad things about the O-line to say. The Max Crosby only had 1 sack. Outside of that, he was a non-factor. Okay? The interception thrown by Tua, that was just a bad overthrow. But Waddle was wide open underneath. Could have had him for the touchdown easily. Now, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 77.8 completion percentage yesterday. The numbers are outliers to exactly how he played. But let me tell you something. I'll take a bad game like that with those stats over anything. If that's a bad game by Tua, hell, I'll take that. Don't get me wrong. But hey, Jalen Ramsey, this kid is a dog, bro. I know exactly how good Jalen Ramsey is, but man, he's out. He is just, might be the top 2 corner in the NFL right now.
No, he is the best corner in the NFL.
The best corner in the NFL. Him and Sauce. Well, I'm not gonna say Sauce because I think he holds too much. But yeah, man, we're 7-3. We come out victorious yesterday against Vegas. Well, I think, listen, Vegas has something there. They got something there with Antonio Pierce. And if Vegas was smart,
they had the same thing last year or 2 years ago.
But
or the year before last year with Rich. Yeah, exactly. So, until they make smart decisions, they're not a smart franchise. That's how
I get that. But if they were smart, and Mark Davis was smart, I hope that he will interview Antonio Pierce under the round, because I think Antonio Pierce could be a good coach.
Yeah, look, I think
they're buying into everything he's doing.
Alex, I think you're going to see more and more former NFL players get opportunities to be coaches here real soon. Just like you're seeing in Major League Baseball, you're going to start seeing that in NFL too. So I hear you. Exactly. All right. Anything else before I let you go, Alex?
We just got the Jets coming up. Can't wait to that Jet game on Black Friday. The Jets are going to be a tough task, with that defense. But I think we can pull out victorious. I really do think we can put up 10 points and win that game.
It'll be good. It'll be good, man. We're going to win. All right, Alex. Love you, brother. Be good, man.
Take care, guys.
All right. Lewis, what are you doing?
I'm working, Steven.
Oh.
My fault.
Pete, good morning, Pete. What's up, buddy?
Good afternoon where I'm at right now, Steven. And I'm going to tell you, it's not a good afternoon. Even though we won 7-3, I'm telling you, right? Matter of fact, what's up, Lewis? Not Lewis. What's up, Rabid Dolphin? I love the Rabid Dolphin. That's what I love. But, Steven, I got to admit, man, have you seen the numbers on 3rd down the last couple weeks, bro?
Ooh,
you can't get paid in this league if you don't convert 3rd downs, buddy.
Talk about it.
Terrence Hurton says, welcome back, Lewis. His brainwashing is wearing off. This is for the quarterback. Make it make sense. Fun.
No.
Where did you go? You didn't get kicked off. Why'd you go? This was only $5. He thought he got kicked off, so he left.
Oh, man, he left. No, listen, I to address Terrence, I'm not trying to take a dump on Tua. I still believe in Tua. I still believe in this team, right? But I'm just saying, let's call it down the middle. All we heard throughout the week was the Raiders were trash. This should be an easy win. We're back at home. Everybody, Steven, didn't you say on Monday you were planning on having a 40 burger? Ain't that what?
I did. I was ready to have it. I was
okay.
I had it in the Grubhub, ready to go.
And that's what I'm saying. 20 points offensively, right? 3 turnovers offensively. They're just out of sync. It's okay to say it. Like we make it seem like if we say anything negative, it's like, oh, it's doom and gloom. The team.
2 things. Number one, I don't think saying that we're out of sync is negative. I think those are facts. I think that's a factual statement. We're not playing in sync right now, but we're not playing horribly either. We need to play better. And if we play like that against better opponents, it could put us
lose.
I'm not going to say that either. Not as well as this defense is playing, but it could put us in some bad opportunities or bad positions.
Well, Steven, the reason you didn't lose yesterday is because you played one of those bad teams. Because also those 2 turnovers, the defense played well.
We played against a great team in the Chiefs, and we only allowed them having 14 points on offense. So
okay, and the week before Denver played them and they gave up 9, Steven. Kansas City ain't clicking on all cylinders neither. Like, what are we saying here? We make it seem like we did something that nobody else is doing to Kansas City. They've been playing like trash too offensively. And they got Patrick Mahomes. And I'm willing to say that. You don't think I could say that Tua had a bad game yesterday when the man out of his own mouth said it? But it was the same thing last night.
I'm not saying you're wrong. You know who else is not saying you're wrong? Papa Paul. Good morning, Papa Paul.
Good morning. Lewis, I'm 100% on it with you. Yardage doesn't win you games. It's the points that win you games. And anybody who can, especially when I can see a play is going to be, they need to be calling an audible. That 4th and 1 screen was so blatant obvious where we could have had a touchdown.
Hold on. Breaking news. Mike McDaniel just said that Devon Achane will not need surgery after re-aggravating his knee injury versus the Raiders, and he does not rule Achane out for Friday's game versus the Jets, but he did say he's day-to-day. It's good. Go ahead, Pop.
Good to hear. No, that's fine. That's good to hear. Achane's one of my favorites. You know that. But, yeah, I mean, there's got to be more than just these screens every play that the defense are reading left and right. We're not getting anywhere with those screens.
I didn't like McDaniel's play calling yesterday on certain positions, and I was like, dude, it's 3rd down or 4th down, and they threw a bubble screen. I'm like, what the hell is this? So,
you're not supposed to lose yardage on 4th down.
It was an Adam Gase play call if I've ever saw one.
Yeah, but I agree with Lewis. I agree with you 1,000%. It was ugly. It just we won, yes, but it was not a good game. The defense now being there at the game was the best I've seen. Their tackling was the best I've seen all year. That Kader Kohu with this couple of hits he did and Howard, laying them out. I mean, the defense was on top of it. And, of course, the Jalen Ramsey interceptions were wonderful. But yeah, yardage isn't going to win you a game. It's going to help, but it's not going to win you the game. The touchdowns are going to freaking win you a game.
I mean, you're right, but defense wins championships. And if we have a defense that's playing this well, Papa Paul, we got a big shot to win a Super Bowl.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Because the offense is just out of sync, as Lewis says. They're not.
Yeah. The defense, to me, has improved every game this year, and yesterday was their best this year. And I did not see any of them trying to do the, one-arm tackles yesterday. They were laying them out yesterday.
I do want to call somebody out, though. I want to call Jerome Baker out. Like, he's there's a couple of plays floating around on the internet of him just not even going 100% on a play. It looks like it. That's the perception of some of those plays. And
on yesterday's game,
yeah. And I'm telling you what it looks like. Now, I'm not saying he's not playing 100% every snap, but I can tell you there's at least 2 plays floating around on the internet where they're calling that out.
And I don't know. I do know that I've seen a couple of plays with Baker that he's the one who got him down. He's the one who got the tackle made.
I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, Lewis, what did you see from Baker yesterday? What did you think about Jerome Baker, Lewis? Lewis is on mute. Better not be working, Lewis.
Yeah, he I don't know. No, Jerome Baker. Listen, I seen some of those plays you're talking about, Steven. Yeah, man, I don't want to defend Jerome Baker, but again, see, where's the hypocrisy at, right? Like, we can't come out and say Tua had a bad game, but we can come out and complain about 2 plays from Jerome Baker.
I mean, I don't know if they're just 2 plays, but
well, he was part of that defense that only gave up 13 points and played very well, right? He's part of that.
Yes,
Is he not?
yes.
So, listen, Jerome Baker, we know what he is. So, he has to be better as well. I'm not going to make no excuses for Jerome Baker. I know the play you're talking about, though, Steven. There was a chase down. I think it was on the Hunter Renfro play where he hurdled over somebody. And, he's not giving 100% effort.
It did not look like he gave 100% on that play. And it's like,
I would agree.
That's a bad look. That's a bad look.
I would agree.
Well, it's just like V21 said, of course he's not going 100%. We keep throwing in his face that he's going to be cut just like Agbar.
Agbar's not going to be cut. Agbar's not getting any playing time because there are people in front of him that are playing amazing right now. He's just not getting as many snaps.
The defense, like I said, played the best game all year yesterday.
Like, let's be honest. Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb are freaking awesome right now. Absolutely awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I mean, Phillips, just watching him, the boy's a beast. The boy is 100% a beast. And I read the article where when he was injured earlier this year and all, he said even coming back, he was having doubts about himself.
Well,
and I'm like, man, you do not have to have doubts about yourself. You are 100% a beast. You are rocking it out there, and just keep up the good work.
I agree. All right. Anything else, Paul, before I let you go? I got one more person, and then I'm going to wrap it on up for the day.
No, you have a good day. I've talked enough on this because I was going to do my show, but things got messed up. Peace, love, fins up. Thank you for having me, Steven.
Love you, Papa
and
Paul.
We'll talk to you later. Brother.
Yep. All right. Rashad, what's up?
You forgot Christian Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins is playing lights out too, cuz.
How dare you?
I ain't forget him.
I wanted to bring that up because the slander he received last week.
I mean, look, again, I think everybody – here's the thing. When your team's in first place and has a cushion of a 2-game lead and is playing against elite opponents, Rashad, you can be critical about little things, which is what the Dolphins fan base is doing. Some of them. They are being critical about little things.
That's true. But, it's not an excuse. I mean, you're playing professional NFL players.
You're right.
And wherever you get your stats, you get your stats. Like I said, Bradley Chubb can go against the weakest opponent and get 12 sacks. Thank you, Bradley Chubb. I'm not going to sit here and say because you wasn't playing the best left tackle in the game that you suck. I'm going to say you suck because you suck. But anyway, I'm a little bit on the edge of both sides of the offense didn't perform well versus the offense playing bad. I don't think the offense played bad at all. I think decisions.
Offense does not play bad when they put up 422 yards, but they did not play to the level of their ability.
Hear me out. I get where Lou is coming from, but the way our defense is playing, I think we are at a point where we need to stop going for it when we're in field goal range. Kick the field goal. We left 26 points. I mean, we left 6 points off the board with that 4th down attempt, which was a horrible play call. If it's 4th and 1, run the ball. I don't care who's in that running back. Preferably, I would prefer Chris Brooks. I get it. Everybody, Mostert has power and all that stuff. Short down yardage when they got them big people in there, they pretty much don't believe it. Chris Brooks is the guy. We need him back. Or kick the field goal. Jason Sanders, you got to be money. You miss a 50-yarder, but you hit a 51-yarder. The inconsistency with him is outrageous. has to be cut in the offseason. I don't want to see a tryout. He has to be cut, eliminated, done. Your tenure as a Dolphin is over. Pure point blank.
Well, it should be good, man. I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be fine. All right, Rashad. Anything else before I let you go, buddy?
I want to ask this question to Lewis. Luke, we scored 26 points. Did the offense perform bad? Let you know that the Raiders are the Raiders are the 11th ranked total defense in the NFL.
I don't give a damn about none of that. Ain't Miami supposed to be the number one offense in the league?
Yep. I just wanted to know your answer. I see you in them to the Twitter streets. I just wanted to know your answer.
Oh, he's saying that over there. Twitter streets, guys.
That's all right. I've been lighting people up. Listen, the last 30 minutes of the show that I've been up here has been absolutely great. You know what I'm saying? I'll be putting people to sleep, Steven. All right? I'm just not dealing with the nonsense no more. I'm calling stuff out as I see it.
All right, Greg, you got one rant. I hope you got it ready and in the firing.
Before I begin, breaking news. Tim Boyle starting for the Jets Friday. We better not lose that bum. Anyway, I just got to clear up something about my do-rag rant earlier. Tua, I love you. You're my guy. You just played bad yesterday, so I had to go after something. The offense was bad. Maybe that was the frustration. This defense, I love it. As a Dolphins fan, I might have to go down to Miss Martinez's class and start learning how to write letters because I owe Vic Fangio and Bradley Chubb 2 apology letters. Jalen Ramsey, I love this man. I'm glad we have him. We gave up nothing for him. I might have to ask Santa for a Jalen Ramsey jersey for Christmas.
Anything else, Greg? Is that it?
But yeah, we should beat the Jets by like 50. I mean, Tim Boyle starting. Actually, we could just probably score 3 points and beat their ass.
You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong about that, Greg. All right, brother. Be good.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. What a day. What a Victory Monday show it was. Lewis, give me your final thoughts.
Hey, man. Love this team with all that I said earlier. 7-3 is really, really good. Being #1 in the AFC East is definitely good. And, it's Victory Monday. So everybody be happy, be celebrating, but don't get complacent, right? This team has to play better. And all right, Steven, love you, bro.
I love you, man. You're the man, brother. Hey, for everybody, tomorrow's Hot Take Tuesday. I should have DJ Genesis on. Tomorrow night, Hard Knocks, HBO Max. Make sure you guys check it out. Should be a great show. I'm excited about it. Tomorrow's going to be the last show of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to be off. I might hop on here or there. But tomorrow's the last morning show, and then I'll be back the following Monday. I got family coming into town, so tomorrow's the last show of the week. All right, no, maybe I'll do a Wildin'. I don't know if I'll do Wildin' Out Wednesday, but I love y'all. Y'all the best fans in the world. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Only fans up in this house. We've been waiting, yeah, we've been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in rock. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So